Welcome back to another AI Trekkers Post discussion. We are your hosts, John and Emma,
That's right.
and as always, we're here to explore and discover all those trends, tools, and topics
Across the AI universe.
across the AI universe. I like that. So today we're doing a deep dive into
Ooh, deep dive.
a Business World article all about generative AI adoption in businesses.
Yeah.
This is a good one, I think.
It's a juicy one.
Yeah, definitely juicy. So, the article kind of starts off by saying that the benefits of generative AI,
Should be obvious.
yeah, should be obvious, like duh,
Right.
you know,
Right.
enough to like really drive adoption. But like, I was thinking about this.
Things are never that simple.
Never that simple. Like, how many times have we seen like groundbreaking technologies,
Right.
just totally struggle,
Absolutely.
gain traction?
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think? What's the real story here?
Yeah, well, I think the article really hits on something key, which is that businesses, they need to see measurable results.
Okay.
Like, it needs to translate to something tangible.
Correct.
ROI, not just like,
Yeah, vague promises.
AI is going to change your life.
Yeah.
You need more than just a cool technology.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. As a business leader, you want to know, how is this going to impact my bottom line?
Show me the money. Yeah.
Exactly. And the article actually quotes Gianpaolo Della Rama.
Okay.
He is the chief product officer at Sprout Solutions, and he really advocates for a laser focus on tasks where AI can demonstrably boost productivity.
Okay, so it's really about proving the value, not just like chasing the shiny new thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Yeah,
that. It
yeah.
reminds me of that, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it kind of thing.
Totally.
But speaking of measuring impact, the article talks about this idea of like the 10x employee.
Like AI is going to, make it so one employee can do the work of 10.
Uh-huh.
Is that even realistic?
I mean, it's a catchy idea, right? But I think we have to be careful about oversimplification.
Okay.
AI is really good at automating repetitive tasks.
Okay.
Right? Which then frees up the human employees for more strategic work, for creative work.
Yeah.
So think about like a marketing team, right?
Yeah.
Where AI can handle like routine content creation, data analysis, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That frees up the team to really focus on those high impact campaigns, building relationships, all that good stuff.
So it's not replacing people, it's augmenting, like optimizing human potential.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And then the article talks about this idea of companies shifting to AI agents that can like transact,
Yes.
not just chat.
Not just chatbots.
Right. I don't even, what does that even mean?
It's really cool, right?
Yeah.
Think of an AI agent as like a really capable digital worker almost that can interact with different systems, can extract data, can even make decisions based on like predefined rules.
Okay.
So it's not just about like answering your questions
Right.
or writing you a poem.
Yeah, it's actually doing stuff.
It's actually taking action. And the article even gives this great example where Sprout Solutions, they use an AI agent to process payroll for 15 companies in 30 minutes.
15 companies in 30 minutes. Come on.
That's game changing.
That is game changing. But, the article also mentions, I think it was Boston Consulting Group, that only 10% of companies have like successfully scaled
Right.
their AI initiatives.
It's a huge gap.
Huge gap. So like why? Why is there this gap between potential and like actual widespread adoption?
Yeah, well, I mean, large scale AI adoption is complex, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about flipping a switch. And Peter Mankera, who's the president and CEO of Microsoft Philippines, he actually brings up a really good point. He says companies really need to modernize their tech infrastructure and unify their data before they can even think about implementing AI effectively.
It's like building a skyscraper,
Exactly.
You need a good foundation.
You can't just, start building willy-nilly.
Right, exactly. And I think a lot of our listeners can probably relate to that, right? Like, we've all seen how fragmented data or outdated technology can just totally
Create bottlenecks.
create bottlenecks, even without AI in the picture. So are we saying that companies just like aren't ready?
I think that's part of it, but there's also this other study that's mentioned in the article from Microsoft and LinkedIn, and they found that something like 55% of Filipino business leaders are like kind of worried
About what?
About the lack of a clear AI implementation plan in their organization.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That level of concern is actually lower than the regional average.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, despite the challenges, it seems like the Philippines is actually in a pretty good spot. Maybe because they've been focusing on digital transformation for the past few years.
So cautious optimism?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even with, like, the right infrastructure, the right strategy, how do we even know if it's working?
Right.
Like, how do we measure the success of these AI initiatives?
That is the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
Pia Azarkan, who's the managing partner at IBM Philippines, she suggests focusing on areas where, you can really clearly track those outcomes.
Okay.
So things like software testing, code
Yeah.
development, application programming interfaces.
Makes sense.
But ultimately, it boils down to, how does AI contribute to your bigger picture, your business goals?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you seeing happier customers? Is your team working more efficiently? Are you actually seeing revenue growth?
Yeah.
Those are the things that matter.
It's not about AI for AI's sake.
No.
It's about using it as a tool.
It's a strategic tool.
Yeah, to actually achieve something meaningful. So I guess to kind of wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
it seems like successful AI adoption, it really comes down to
Measurable benefits.
measurable benefits for sure.
A really solid strategy.
A solid strategy.
And a willingness to face those challenges head on.
Head on. You got it. So for all of you listening out there,
Yeah.
how can you identify opportunities to leverage AI in a way that actually aligns with your specific goals
And your resources.
and your resources? That's something to think about.
Definitely.
Thanks for following AI Trekkers. See you on our next adventure across the AI universe.
Bye.
Bye.